All right, we're back here to look at the Megadraft pool. So basically, what did everybody draft? So we'll start with Miranda, who was being passed to by Adam. Looks like a green-black deck here. If we look at some of the rares, that's usually what I like to look at first, because that often dictates where they go. So we got a Galagreater's Topiary Stomper. This Demogoth Titan that wasn't a too popular pick came around.
Oh gosh,
But
I
we
hope
got a
she makes it.
Finale of Eternity, which is
Wow.
that is a bomb. That is just, you kill 3 creatures with it. Boseiju.
hmm
Some nice uncommons here. Invasion of Amoket might be splashed. Bouncers
we have
Beatdown.
the Galagreeters, and I would imagine there's some fixing somewhere to help out with that.
Yeah, so if we just look at the creatures here, got our classic green creatures. We got some ramp. We got some ramp creatures up down there at the bottom of the curve. We got some big stuff here. I mean, I don't know if she's going all the way up to 8. Got a Deathless
Uh,
Knight, so a nice one here. Uh,
the Greater Tanuki would be another one I really like to see out of
yeah,
Kamigawa.
yeah,
That's one to call
these
out.
black creatures are, nothing special here. We're not
What's her
nothing
black removal suite
nothing
look
right
like
home
though?
about. We got the Assassin's Ink, Bacon to a Pie, Murder, so Finale. So we got a few nice things here. In green, we got some enchantment removal. We got band togethers. Yeah. So as far as fixing, we got Archway Commons here. Don't know how much other. There's Ecologist Terrarium, I guess. Honored Heirloom.
Is there any
So
singleton blue cards to really splash? You've got
there could
the
be more Metamorphosis.
Tamiyo's Completion might be it.
Yeah, Timeless Completion. Nothing in these creatures here. Um, yeah. So we got looks like a green black deck. Some decent creature. I mean, the creature quality not insanely high here, but good amount of interaction. So um, we'll see how this one works out. Yeah, blue. I don't see how the blue gets the cut over the black with all this removal, but maybe there's a world where she ends up playing blue as a primary color.
I'm thinking you play
We'll have to
green
see.
black, but if you're already going to have the Invasion of Am, take 1 or 2 other blue cards if they're any good
Yeah. Oh, she had a Skittering Surveyor too, and a Campus
on top of
Guide.
all that.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
there's just too many cards just to grab a singleton island. So I think you almost absolutely get to play the Invasion of Amonkhet.
Right, so Noah here is playing a black-white deck, almost
Yeah.
assuredly. We'll take a look at some of the rares here. He's got Voldarin Bloodcaster, which is a nice one. He's got a Luris.
Mm-hmm.
Would be surprised to see that end up companion. Got 2 Firges here that we saw. We saw at least one of those
Mm-hmm.
in that pack. Dust Mangler, that was a fun one. Return Pass Caller, definitely a card that I would be tempted to splash if it was viable. He did pick up the Devastating Mastery, but that card is just okay. Oath of Kaya is, kind of not really a rare as far as like the effect that it does. It's more,
No,
it's kind of just an uncommon. As
that's
far
an
as it
uncommon
does.
spell,
It's
right? If I remember correctly, there was one other. Yeah, there was a card out of. Oh, I think it was Vow that was like 3 mana. Deal 3, gain 3,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much what
So
this
so, he,
is.
so you got an Angrath as well, Humiliate. So Life of Toshiro, some nice cards here. We'll look at the color layout again, sort by color. So yeah, creatures here got some nice low end here. 2 Lazatep Reavers. So there might be a small sacrifice sub theme with some of these creatures
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Undercity
Works really well
Ranger
with
goes in
Ayara.
with that. Ayara. So making use of that. I like Girder Goons a lot. Owlin Shield Mage, which he probably got late there. This guy. I mean, he's a 2-mana 2/1 Death Touch at worst, so still good.
Nothing wrong with that.
A bunch of okay cards here, like reasonable 2 drops, nothing crazy good. Ruffian's Informant, obviously. Ooh, ah, he's got a fan.
Yeah.
He's made a fan of me. The rest of his white creatures are kind of.
This is a deck
just
I
okay.
like Goshen Tai a little bit more in rather than his deck.
Yeah, let's do the removal survey here. There's nothing great on the white side. Grizzly Ritual, Deal Gone Bad, Twisted Embrace is nice. He's got a card.
I
draw
like Go
spell
Blank
here.
in decks like this, right? I
Forever
think
Young is
Go
okay.
Blank is perfectly fine.
Yeah, in Strixhaven, you weren't playing around with the graveyard as much, but in some of these sets, the Go Blank is just going to do a lot. Like, imagine you Go Blank somebody in March of Machine. Like, that could
Yeah,
just actually
I just think
tank at least part of their game.
I also think that just like the card quality is so high that just 2 for 1 in card quality is great, right? They're either discarding 2 lands, which isn't that means that they're not going to be able to cast their powerful spells at the same time, or you're getting 2 spells, and it's great.
And if he wants to go for the return pass caller. He's got a Bloodfell Caves, Lorehill Campus, Uncharted Haven here. So if he wants to try and throw this in, this card is very good. The return pass caller, good
Very
card to
powerful.
spell.
Absolutely it is.
So nice
Mm-hmm.
little black-white deck here. We'll see how that works out. Pierre Marc here, who was the last one to make top 8 at my unfortunate expense. But
Wow.
definitely looking for his first league win here. And he's got a red-blue deck. Looking at the rares here, Krenko and Thundering Raiju. He's got a Sarkhan and a Crackle with Power and a Rowan
Wow.
and
Wow.
Will being the one that was the much better
The very
card
powerful.
here. But
Yeah.
he's got the bombs, and we'll see if he has the commons and uncommons to back it up here. So the first thing I notice is low creature count. So,
yeah.
Which
I mean,
when you're
blue-red.
blue, that's okay. But he's got
Yeah.
2 Strobe Knights here, Frost Trickster, Moon Circuit Hacker. He's got a couple
Even
of
the
Rimrock
Raging
Knights,
Koroks.
yeah, these things are a little bit off brand for a red blue spells deck, but I mean, you know,
Hey man,
they get it.
It's a spell and a creature. I'm here for it.
He's got a Sahili as well to go with all of his spell stuff.
Jeez.
2 Temporal Cleansing. He's got Serpentine Curve.
Found the lane, huh?
This looks like a deck to look out for, perhaps a Braid.
This is the deck I'm the fan of so far. Like, if out of all the pools I've seen, this is the one I want to play.
He's got quite a few removals here. He's got Stoke the Flames, Shatter the Source, Call in a Professional, Scorching Dragonfire, a Braid.
Any lessons in the board?
Deck. There's just the doesn't look like it because they would show up in the gold cards or the colorless.
So if they scroll all the way down, because they'd be in the sideboard, right?
Oh, this is not his whole thing, right? Oh, this is just
those are just the main deck, right?
Yeah, no, I always look at this usually. So I guess we missed out on some extra cards here. Yeah, I usually do cards. Yeah, I forgot to do cards for everyone else, but okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Usually, yeah. I mean, we got a good idea of what they're running here. He's got a Dollhouse of Horrors too. He has Intro to Prophecy. Okay.
Yeah.
This gives us the full pool here. Yeah. So there's a couple ones, Pigment Storm, even stuff he might not end up running. Yeah. So yeah, usually I forgot to put on the
no worries.
The cards rather than deck.
This is the most powerful deck I've liked so far. Not necessarily saying that's going to be the one to win, but it is certainly the one I would keep my eye on.
Mirror Shell Crab would be stuff I would be at least trying to make the cut in my deck, but
it technically doesn't count as a spell for those things that matter if casting a spell, right? Channel's not a spell cast.
All right, so Caleb looks to be our Simic player, which Simic has not had a great track record in the Mega Drafts. It's just it's hard to put together a great version of it. But we'll see if he's got some rares to help that out. He's got Workshop Warchief. You like to see that. Stolen by the Fae he ended up with. Mirror Maid and Surge Hacker Mech, not as exciting, but...
hey, they work well together.
There you go. We found it. We found the lane.
Yeah.
All right, so... Looking at his creatures, I mean... a couple ramps. His green creatures are not super deep here. He's got an Emoti as well. Blue, he seems to have a lot of creatures, but a lot of them are just okay. He's got triple Frost Trickster and Breeding Champion and even Eternal, so he might be in Adam's Flyers lane here, but Echo Inspector too, and Waterfall areas. So he has the Flyers here. This is
look. So one of the differences between like this and the blue-white deck, right, is the blue-white is sort of like flood out the Flyers and see if you can win that way, whereas this attack with some Flyers, and then if they end up stalling out, then you've got the really big over-the-top 6, 7, 8 mana cards from your green, and your motif to get some value. Like, there's definitely something there to kind of get you past.
This looks like a tempo deck to me. So tiny, even maybe Spell Pierce, Make Disappear, Callous Dismissal, Stolen by the Fae, Case the Joint, Rooftop Nuisance, Turn into a Pumpkin, Artistic Refusal. It's got a couple fight spells here, ran together. So he's got more ramp here. Careful Cultivation is ramp. Got Enchanted Carriage. So looks like it's more of a tempo deck than like maybe like a ramp deck or card draw, which is usually where blue and green end up. But it looks to be a bit more of a tempo deck here with these Flyers. Maybe some big green guys to get in the beats as well. So
the triple Frost Trickster. I mean, if he can draw those more from the net, I think if you can, that's going to really, really allow him to kind of get over the edge.
Yeah, that could be absolutely devastating. All right, so we'll move over to Daniel G, who are our only ever back-to-back league winner. He won 2 leagues in a row. Like it is a war even to make top 8. So to win 2 in a row,
oh yeah,
incredible. Well, he's got a bunch of rares, but I don't think he's playing most of them here. Definitely not playing
some powerful ones.
He might be playing. He might end up trying to play these blue cards. Perhaps he is a white-black deck, but does have some nice blue ones. He has a Liliana. Wow. That is that's
Wow.
about as good as a 6-drop rare as you'll ever find.
Yeah.
Kaido here might be he might end up looking to splash blue here. Has a few good cards here. We'll see if he has the means to. Uh, so yeah, lots of gold cards here. So lots of
Yeah,
gold
one of the
cards.
things to note
Ooh,
is
he
you've
ended up with
he
my
got the
buddy
elite.
over here.
They've got that Seraph that we were kind of talking about having
Yeah.
that's a pretty splashing a blue card or two.
Yeah, so lots of nice white creatures here. He's got some flyers, got some decent early game. He's got a bunch of Wall of
Ice.
Runes. So he famously had a he won a mega draft with a blue red deck that had about 10 counter spells and I think 7 creatures in it. And a lot of his deck was just walls. Just make sure opponent can't do anything, draw enough cards, and find a way to win. And
I do spy a Zarek Strobe Knight in there, which is we obviously know is a
as
very powerful card.
yeah, so his creature's not the most exciting, but I mean, like with all this, he has removal here, Deadly Derision, Assassin's Egg. I love Toll of the Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Final Flourish as well. A couple of -2s here.
Lash of Malice is very good.
Yeah. Divine Arrow. It's got Rise
Oh,
of
we also see a
Extus.
Rise of Extus.
And he
Yeah,
has a
that's a good card.
couple he has a couple of lessons here. And
What do
he's
his
got the fixing
lands look
here.
like?
Look at this.
Wow, yeah, that's very good.
He's got
4 blue sources and
yeah.
dual lands.
Okay, so he's definitely gonna we'll see how deep into blue he is, if he's a true 3-color deck or just 2 colors with a splash. We'll see what he ends up doing. Let's look at Sean here. So his first top 8 here, and looks like he's definitely playing red. We'll see if he's going to pair that with green or black or some combination of both. Let's see his rares. That might tell
We
us.
could possibly be Obosh gamers.
So
No.
we got Bloated Processor, Tatsunari, Rampaging Raptor, Dreadhorde Butcher, and Obosh. It looks like it's leaning Rakdos here. He grabbed an Oko out of the draft so nobody could have it.
Oh, wow.
He's got the
Yeah.
Soul Transfer. He's got a Sundering Stroke, big card. Wedding Announcement,
Mm-hmm.
and a Vivian. I don't know. Looks like he's going to be red-black.
Probably not. I would imagine so. That's what I would start with.
Hard to say. So creatures here, he has a bunch of red creatures here.
Nothing all that exciting with the exception of his rares.
Yeah, I mean, it's like an okay curve up and down. Let's see the gold cards here again. He has a lot of combinations of Jund colors among his uncommons. Like he's got red, black, and red, green. So he might end up wanting to play 3 colors to play the most powerful cards that he has access to. If he decides, look, I want Vivian, I want my Riveteer's Charm, I want it all. We'll see. His fixing is he's got 2 dual lands here.
Yeah.
No mana fixing creatures, so the mana
If he
might
does it,
be a
he's going
little
to be
bit
doing it
rough,
the hard way.
because
Yeah.
then he has like Soul Transfer and Bacon to a Pie. So like he's playing red for sure. He's got some removal here, but just a couple. Chandra's Triumph, Shocky has the big one up top here. So we'll see. Bond of Flourishing, Nature's Embrace. These are fixers. So we'll see exactly how far down into splashing he's going to go. It looks like he's going to want access to all 3 colors, possibly just to play the most powerful.
Yeah,
cards.
notably he's got that Scrounger, the 3-drop that makes treasures if something dies. That does work out pretty well.
So we'll see exactly. We're gonna we know where he's based in, but we don't know exactly the direction it'll go. And the last one here that we're going to look at is Sawyer, who has gone the Gruul, which has been a big success in his mega drafts of the past. Often Gruul has been done so well. Just you have in a format where you just have a bunch of random creatures, like just having bigger creatures at every point on the curve has been
not only
really
big but
effective in
just
the past.
efficient, right? 3 mana 4/4s we've seen at rare, or even just having a 4 mana 4/4 with an ability.
I think Adam took one of these out of the draft, but it still showed up for Sawyer. So he got a Atsushi, got a Wildborn Preserver. That's the only
great
rares,
ones.
but we'll see where the rest of his power lies. So Sawyer's a 8-time top 8er here, so he knows what he's doing here. Falcon Wrath, Celebrants love this card. So nice creatures, pretty okay creatures up and down the curve here. Exhibition, Magician is good. Yeah, these are like just nice creatures. Herbology Instructor, I love it. Professor of Zoomancy, Preserver, just like nice creature. I mean, they're not like insane standouts, but they're just solid. Like every
single one of them,
just a creature you're happy to cast. This Robo-Vet Riders can be good. He has a Rakish Revelers if he wants it, but doesn't have white cards. As far as removal, let's take a look here. Not seeing too much. Heartfire, Flame Discharge, Cosmic Hunger, Bouncer's Beatdown. So hopefully maybe just enough, but it doesn't have too much removal here. So I think
Hmm.
he's gonna hinge on creature quality here. Just playing better creatures up and down the curve than his opponent, and that's how Gruul usually wins. So that is our pools, and we'll be back soon with round one. Adam will be playing, and we'll get to that shortly.